and nigger rappers. We've already discussed the part about a lot of the rappers dying, so we're not going to get into that part. But there's been a couple of rappers that's used to, either used to or still make gangster music, been speaking out about the violence in the community and telling people to put their guns down. One of them being Gucci Man, and the other one being 21 Savage. Now, there are people that's, commending them on, telling people to stop the gun violence because too many people are dying. Boosie is another one, if I'm correct. But yeah, to stop the violence. And there are other people that are saying, like, right message, wrong messenger. So do y'all feel like this is right message, wrong messenger? Or do you feel like maybe these are the people that probably speak to the street niggas or the people that, are killing, doing all the killings?
I think this is a case where both sides are right. I think so. I'm gonna say it like this, right? Like with 21 Savage and Gucci Man, like speaking out on it. I think that in a way it is relevant because of the type of music that they make. But we also have to understand that this music was what is made because they're speaking on their realities. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, there's other people that could also say like, yo, so, you know that like people are dying in the streets, that, like there's a lot of pain and there's a lot of suffering where you from. Why are you still perpetuating that? You know what I'm saying? It's one of those cases where both sides kind of have a point. But I will say it is important for those in the streets to like listen to rappers that say that, only because they may not have another like reference that they look up to as much as like a 21 Savage or a Gucci Man. So I do think that like it is important for their voices to be heard when it comes to that. But at the same time, you can't get mad if someone is like, yo, this is kind of like hypocritical. You know what I'm saying? Because they kind of do have a point. I don't know if that makes sense, but.
No, I get you. Anybody else?
We should start by calling out the gangster rappers who don't know about that life but pretend to be. Start with them. Start with them first because they don't know. Because we only want to hear about the ones who know. And then they tell us, let's not, those, when we were in school and they used to visit the school after they change their life around. You want to hear from them. You don't want to hear somebody that was a pretender and, So we'll start with these people, phase them out first because they're the worst when you're lying about it and acting like you're hard. And you got whoever listens to you doing shit that they're not supposed to do. Let's phase them out first. And then we'll have the discussion with the actual gangster rappers.
To quote Eddie Griffin, never mind who the messenger was, did you get the damn message? That's how I'm looking at this.
Uh-huh.
Krista, you want to go? You have any thoughts?
I just want to make sure I'm understanding. What about Gucci Mane?
He basically made a rap song about telling people to put the guns down, stop killing rap. But I don't know if you ever watched his verses between Jeezy because he done killed the man himself out of self defense. But at the verses, he did that diss song to Jeezy and basically was like, what's his name, Pookie? It was like smoking on a Pookie pack or some shit like that.
I'm sorry.
And like a lot of people look at him as a hypocrite for that because it's like, damn, at the verses you was smoking on the Pookie load package, some shit like that. Now you don't want to tell people to put the guns down.
I get it. So a lot of people probably idolize this man. So the fact that he's actually saying something positive, it's disturbing to their fucking ears because they're like, wait a minute. He's actually telling us to put the guns down. Well, we don't want to put the guns down, so maybe we should make him sound bad and call him out to be a hypocrite. This usually happens around ignorant ass motherfuckers because when you hear something positive out of somebody that idolizes full of negativity, of course you're going to be, it's easier to talk about busting guns and being all gangster because you're an egotistical asshole with no balls. So when it's a man with balls that actually says, hey, maybe we should put the guns down. Maybe we should get our education. Y'all quick to put the man down. So what is he supposed to do? Keep talking about busting guns when you know he's living in a fucking mansion? Get the fuck out of here. Now that's hypocritical. If he was still in the fucking streets, I could see where the animosity comes, but this is a man with money. He's changed his life around. He's changed it more so. He changed it in a place that everybody said that he couldn't. And he came out a star. Better than when he went in. So for a man, anytime to speak anything positive, I don't give a fuck. It's positive. And it's coming from the main person that contributed to why black women are called bitches, why our black boys and sons and stuff is dying in the fucking street. If it's a grown-ass man that used to talk a lot of negativity, who's now saying to put down the fucking guns, wake the fuck up, leave him the fuck alone. Would you rather him say negative shit? Yo, just keep abortion on for these motherfuckers that
Yo,
because I'm sick of this shit.
Jesus.
Well, damn. Crystal, you are on fire today.
Someone's in a mood. Whew.
I'm
just hungry.
Okay, that's hungry. Well, okay.
That ain't. Okay, hungry for what? Because damn.
Hungry for blood. What's the whole saying that Major Payne? Hungry for blood. I'm just plain old hungry. But okay, my opinion on this. Okay, I'm glad that some of the rappers are talking because maybe they are the ones that could be the ones that reach the people. Now, my thing is, it's one thing to rap about it. One thing to say, oh, we should put the guns down. It's another thing you can start doing stuff like a lot of these rappers, y'all got millions. I understand you giving them to the charities and all that other stuff, and charity is cool. But I also feel like you should be able to give opportunities out, like what MC Hammer used to do for his people. He used to take his people with him. It's just to make sure they stayed out the streets. There's other. I think there's other rappers you could start businesses. I know most people start businesses, and y'all remember I think it was on Netflix. Y'all ever watched that show Killer Mike had on Netflix?
Nah.
He what he did and what I think it was real creative because he took some Crips and some Bloods. And got there instead of just doing selling drugs and all that stuff. He got them to start a business selling soda. So they were selling Crip soda and blood pop and all that and stuff, and they made a profit. So I always thought that was we should do stuff like that. I feel like if we put more opportunities in the ghetto, I hate saying the ghetto like that, but if we put more opportunities in the hood where there's not a lot of opportunities because back then trade jobs was the thing. You could at least been a plumber or a welder or construction or something like that. To put these opportunities right back into the community and some shit, make jobs and all that. Hire black like Russell said, have black owned business, black people in there. So, people don't be selling dope or having to kill each other. So maybe we should talk to young boys and, give them, at least make them feel like they're worth something. Because I know some of these kids don't feel like they worth a damn. And that's why they fucking, they like for shit like this. So I feel like you could, you got to do more. Just like how they did in the 90s. It's the self-destruction. And then, they try to do it in media, especially in the black shows like Family Matters. I know they had an episode of gun violence. I know there was a couple. Rock. If anybody remember Rock.
Oh, yeah. He went hard on that. Yeah.
Yeah, that last season, he went fucking hard. Mm-hmm. And side note, one of Clifton Powell's strongest acting roles too, because Clifton Powell, he know how to play a fucking bad guy.
They try to make him make it silly, and he was like, "I'm not having it, yo." I'm not having it. They wanted to make it
Right.
go the route of Family Matters with Steve and the whole, the creative, all that crazy shit. Nah,
Yeah.
respect for
And
him,
like
yo. You
Rock,
don't care what those white people
like if
tell
you
me.
go watch them old episodes of Rock, especially that last season, he tackled that issue hard, like hard. And but shit that give opportunities so they won't have to go in the streets, kill each other and shit. I like that Killer Mike shit. I like the fact that the Crips and Bloods was competing, and without them having to kill each other. It was just like, okay, who can sell the most sodas? That's fucking healthy competition where no one has to die. And another side note, and this is a real stretch. I know, like, a lot of people was talking about defund the police. It was like, if they do defund the police, it's like, what would you do? My crazy ass idea was get the gangs to fucking police the neighborhood. That's a fucking stretch. But I feel like if done right, it could be done well.
It used to be,
Hey yo, low key that could work.
Yeah.
Considering so many shit that goes on in these streets, man, that can low key work.
It could low key, because at least Crips started like it came from the Black Panthers. You had the Black Panthers where they was policing the police, and the like anybody knows the Black Panthers. They did a lot of shit for the fucking neighborhood. Just to show people, hey, there's value here. So all I wanted, if these rappers are going to go that route, it's more than just telling people to put the guns down. You got to show them an opportunity. Like, if you show them there are bigger opportunities than being a gangster and all that shit, these people will follow. That's why some of these people want to be. That's why some of these people want to be rappers and ball players now, because that's all the lucrative and all the money is and all that shit. But anybody could tell you only a few people make it. But everybody want to be a rapper or a ball player. Also, and maybe it's just me. Get some doctors and lawyers and some shit in the hood. I feel like we should be having like mentoring programs for people that want to be doctors and lawyers and all that other stuff. Just to there's ways of doing it. Go ahead, D-Wolf.
I was gonna say no. I was cutting you off. No, I was gonna build on what you said. Like, I learned in film school, and it applies to what you just said. Like, you show, don't tell. They teach that in writing class. You show, don't tell in your scripts. So yeah, show the people how to do it. Don't just say, oh, don't listen to this shit anymore. Like, yo, teach your people how to do this. Show us.
Yeah, exactly. And hopefully we get to a point where a lot of rappers do. I feel like some rappers will do it. I feel like, some people will just, they'll say stop the violence or all that stuff just to make it sound cool. Like, hey, I did something, but they're not really doing nothing. But hopefully we'll get to that part. Anybody else got any words to say that? No? Okay. All right. On to our next topic. This probably could have been on the I don't care. I know Shiny Wolf was having trouble, but because I run this up and I did want to talk about it a bit. But I don't know how y'all feel about this, but there's been like this whole dispute about people going overseas to find wives because they feel American women is just not cutting it. And, I wanted, people's thoughts on that. Do y'all feel like them going overseas to find wives is a good thing, or is it something that people should worry about?
So for me, because I mean, I've seen this before, I've heard it before. Apparently, it's the argument that American women are like too individualistic. You know what I'm saying? Like, they all about the money, they all about not following traditions and shit like that, because the Western society has made